All right, well, it seems, Nandi Shabalala, that revenge was not ours to have today.
It absolutely was not. Things didn't quite go the way we had plans, but I mean, it's a good start. At least the Gwijo squad did score 3 goals. So throughout most of the early evening, we've been tracking the battle of the super fans between South Africa's Gwijo squad and England's Barmy Army out at Pirate Sports Club in Greenside. Morena Mutupi was out there taking in all the action as the Army beat Gwijo 4-3. He joins us live now. Morena, is it too harsh of me to say that the Gwijo squad were basically all talk and no action on the football pitch?
Well, I mean, all talk and no action is one thing to say. They did, as you did say to Uveka, come up with 3 goals, which, yes, it was in a losing cause, but they still came up with the 3 goals nonetheless. We're obviously hoping their bigger responsibility is to go out to Wanderers Stadium this weekend and make sure that they urge the Proteas on so that they can try and level the series. But I will get to the chairperson of the Gwijo squad, who is Gwijo, in just a moment. I'm going to turn the attention to some cricket, and joining me now is Lungani Zama, who is a cricket journalist, somebody who's been following the Proteas throughout the country, you know, having to deal with writing up articles about why the Proteas are just not winning this series as we would have hoped that they would. Lungani, thank you for joining us, my brother. I mean, where are we getting it wrong, firstly, as the Proteas, going into what is essentially supposed to be a series-saving test match at the Wanderers? Where can they actually get it right?
Runs, firstly. You know, you don't win test matches without runs, and they've been short of runs. Everyone in that top 6 has been short of runs. Quinton de Kock has made some runs, but the rest have been very sporadic, and that's the biggest problem. And I think until they get that right, it's going to be extremely difficult for any attack, whether KG is there, and unfortunately he's not there, obviously, because he's suspended. So the first thing they need to address is scoring runs again. Every team needs somebody who's going to stand up. England have scored more runs than South Africa, more important runs than South Africa. That's why they're 2-1 up and looking strong to make it 3-1.
We've heard Mark Boucher, the coach, and Faf du Plessis, the captain, you know, giving us reasons, whether or not it's the right kind of reasons we want to be hearing as the country, as to why they've not really clicked as they should. And I mean, obviously, I would imagine someone like Graham Smith, the director of cricket, having a word or two as well about the performances. I mean, what is it exactly have they been saying? And do we have, as a country, reason to believe anything they've been saying?
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, they've got a lot of experience, so they've gone through similar themselves as players, which I think is part of the reason they've been appointed into their positions to try and turn it around. And obviously they're very passionate about South African cricket. And the key, I suppose, is that there's a lot of experience that's left that dressing room in a short space of time. And Faf is round the corner. Vernon Philander is playing his last test. So there's a lot of experience that's left. And the guys who've come in, even if they're experienced franchise players, the jump from franchise to international cricket is massive. And they're seeing it now. You know, we thought Zuba Hamza was a lot better, a lot more readier, and he's not. You know, there have been a few weaknesses that have been exposed, and that's fine. You know, a young player will learn and come back stronger, hopefully. So that's all it is. It's a transition period, and England have gone through it themselves. You know, 4 years ago, they were getting smashed everywhere in all formats, and they've turned around, and they've been humble about it, and this is where they are now. So South Africa needs to take a page. Every major nation goes through these things. So, you know, you just got to stay humble and work on the process and realize that the tide will turn again.
I want to bring in Nandi just quickly, Tulu Maqingwane, who is the chairperson of the Gwijo squad. And of course, we're going to be relying quite heavily on the support of the Gwijo squad and other South African supporters going out at the Wanderers. I mean, unfortunately, they couldn't be with the Proteas in PE and in Cape Town as well, but they will be there in Joburg at the Wanderers Stadium as we try and save this test series. And I'm going to ask Tulu Nkostat for being with me here. What are you guys going to do to try and get it right for the Proteas, or at least to help them get it right this weekend?
Well, I mean, to sports supporters, to sports followers rather, everyone knows the effect of home ground advantage, and our role is to make it feel as much like home for the Proteas, and to make the opposition feel as far away from home as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be, you know, lending our voices and leaving our voices out on the side of the field there to, you know, hopefully give our boys an extra boost so we can square up this test series.
You guys lost 4-3 here at Pirates Club in the social match. I mean, understandably, you came from 4-1 down, which is quite impressive. But can you drown them out in the stands this coming weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we simply ran out of time. We were all over those guys, but as you said, coming from 4-1 down to, I don't know. at the same time, I think we were just being really gracious hosts, letting them win the first one. But yeah, we're going to be bringing everything we've got for Saturday, and we will, you know, we've built a bit of a reputation, and we have every intention of expanding on that. I'd like to believe South Africa's #1 supporters, and we are going to be, you know, doing what we do best. The Proteas have our hearts, and we are going to make sure they know it on over the weekend.
The Barmy Army is in trouble. War has been declared. The test series the test match, at least at the Wanderers, starts this coming weekend on the 24th, and the Gwijo Squad have said it. We are going to come with everything we possibly can to make sure that we get the Proteas over the line. So, the Barmy Army, England fans, you're in trouble. Watch out.
Thank you very much, Morena. War has been declared, is what he says there. Well, that's it from the Sports Desk for the moment. Thank you very much, Rebecca. It's all yours.
Well, they just need to bring it.
That's
bring
all.
It now.
And the Proteas really do need all the edging on that they can get, so hopefully.
More than that.
Yeah.
More than that.